Good morning. Welcome to the crackpot breakfast. Yes, that's my cat. And then insert picture of cat here. Today on the crackpot breakfast, we're having a medley of flavors. We're having tea biscuits, a butter tart, and a couple of wine gums. Because I wanted to show all the people out there with kids that when you don't have kids, you can have candy for breakfast. And you're not setting a bad example because there's no kids around. There's a cat. She can't eat wine gums. The other day I was out grocery shopping at a bulk store. And there's this big container of chocolate covered jujubes. Which I always thought jujubes sounded vaguely racist. Like it's not racist, but it kind of sounds racist. In Canada, we have this chain of stores called M&M Meats. Not to be confused with M&M candies or the hip-hop artist Marshall Mathers. Fun fact, you know the M&M's commercial where you have like the little red one and he's the snappy one, and then the kind of dumb yellow one. The dumb yellow one is voiced by J.K. Simmons. Academy Award winning J. Jonah Jameson from The Good Spider-Man, and I do differentiate between the series. Can't believe they're starting a third one. Like, I love Spider-Man and everything, but to me, Sam Raimi, I don't know how much hate mail I need. I like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. I'm probably going to watch one of them later today. The second one's my favorite, with Dr. Octopus. M&M Meat Marts. So there's a store called M&M Meats, and it sells frozen food. So like, you go in, and there's a counter, and then behind the counter there's a bunch of fridges with glass doors. And you just point at stuff, and the sales clerk grabs it for you. And stuff like chicken fingers and frozen lasagna, frozen desserts, but everything's already made. You know what I mean? It's all pre-made frozen foods. My wife likes it because she doesn't cook. She just likes to warm things up. So a place like M&M's for her is perfect. But they have this one item I really like, and it's called the Oriental Party Pack. I enjoy it. It's like pot stickers and little spring rolls, and they got little meat with the breaded and the. It's a box of appetizers, and I've enjoyed it for years. Sometimes I will eat just that. You ever have appetizers for breakfast? Have like a plate of crab cakes? Or just like a whole plate of pigs in a blanket? I do sometimes. I'm eating wine gums for breakfast. You don't know to what extent I'll go for breakfast. I don't believe breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Only because of the silly names they give cereal. I think if breakfast was really that important, you wouldn't have sugar smacks, you know? Like if it's the most important meal of the day, I think breakfast cereals would have more serious names. So we're in M&M's, and I'm talking to the sales clerk. I'm like, the Oriental pack, does it sound racist to you? And he's like, I always thought that, but I didn't want to say anything. He goes, yeah, no, we talked about that one day too. And my wife says, it's not racist if you're talking about a thing. Like if I were to say Oriental rug, but if I were to say my cab driver was Oriental, that's fucked because it pertains to a particular area in Asia, right? I just feel weird saying it, but I don't know what else you would call it. Do you know what I mean? The Oriental pack, because it's hors d'oeuvres that we associate with Oriental food. So I think we need a new term to describe that. But I'm not doing it. I feel racist enough just enjoying Star Wars. Speaking of which, now that The Force Awakens come out, and it's okay to like Star Wars again, The Phantom Menace seems to be the one film that we're all supposed to hate now. Like, yeah, they're good movies. Phantom Menace was stupid. I love Phantom Menace. I thought it was a great movie. I could watch that pod race all day. So, yesterday I ran into a real life Watto. I think that's his name. In Phantom Menace, Anakin's he's a slave to this junkyard guy with the guy who talks like these. Star Wars is filled with racism. It really is. Like, all the smart people are British. And all the aliens are thinly veiled racist renditions. Phantom Menace especially. Oh, Princess Amidala. That's not a very nice Oriental party pack. Or the Jamaican Jar Jar Binks. The walk. I'm not gonna do it, but like the walk is kind of racist. Anyways, real life Watto. We're at M&M's. Wife says we're out of milk. We don't drink a lot of milk in this house. It's not a political stance. We just, if we can skip dairy, more often than not we do. I feel guilty stealing the cow's milk. Because I'm not a cow. But tea without milk is gross. I tried almond milk. I tried soy milk. It's gross. So don't send me any emails going, almond milk is the same. No, it's not. It's not. Goat's milk is not the same. But we've been trying to wean ourselves off milk. So over the years, we've been drinking, went from 2% to 1%. And then a while ago, my wife put us on skim milk. So we've had skim milk in our tea for like the last 4 years. Which is basically watery. It's watery, white water is basically it. But it tastes just enough like milk, so your tea isn't gross. Yesterday, my wife went into M&M Meats, and I was like, I'll meet you there in a second. I gotta grab us some skim milk. So I went to this convenience store by the M&M Meat shop. And I went in, had this old guy, kind of bristly, and, hey, hello, my friend. And I was like, does it sound like Watto from Phantom Menace? I was like, hey, buddy. I went over to the fridge. And all the milk had the dates turned around. So I turned them around and look at them. He didn't have skim milk, but he had 1%, so I'm like, okay, that's not bad. And there was only 2 there, and both of them were expired by 5 days. Ugh. So I walk in, hey buddy, look at the milk, start walking back out. He goes, what, you don't like my milk? I'm like, no, it's expired. Get fresher milk. And he goes, bleh. It was adorable. He's a new guy, took it over. There used to be the shorter guy who who ran it there. His name was Steve, but when everybody called him Steve, he hesitated. So I think it was like an alias, like he was in a witness relocation. And we were in there one day, and my wife asked for bathroom tissue. He goes, "Oh yeah, we got the bathroom tissue. It's over there. It's good. It's soft for the pussy." And my wife kind of looks at me, and I look at her, and I'm like, he's not wrong. It's a fucked up thing to say to a guy out shopping with his wife. Don't worry, toilet paper's soft, for her pussy. And my wife was really offended. Surprised? Sure. Fucking weird thing to say to somebody. I don't think he meant anything by it. He just wanted us to know that he buys a soft toilet paper. Soft for the pussy. And of course, a couple days later, when we got around to that new stuff, I asked her, "Well?" She goes, "Yeah." I just can't imagine saying that to somebody. And he didn't say it like, "Ha ha ha, vagina." Very casual. Don't worry about it. It's soft for a pussy. Which it was. I continue to paint. Here is my Anchorman fan piece. Ooh. There's Anchorman playing the Yaz flute. Veronica Cornerstone on the unicorn. There's Baxter. Sex Panther. Brick with a trident. Chris Parnell's in it. I really like Chris Parnell. That guy's funny as hell. But I kind of made him look like Michael Madsen. Fred Armisen. You really cat poo. You really cat poo. And there's a cat from the fashion show. Jack Black, who gets his motorcycle knocked over. "You killed the only thing I ever loved, man. What do you love?" "I love poetry." And then he kicks Baxter over the bridge. There's a bear at the end. Vince Vaughn, who I made the forehead a little big, but I mean, it's Vince Vaughn. There's Brian Fantana. And Champ says, "Whammy!" Whammy. I love Anchorman. I don't know how many times I've seen that movie. The second one I didn't really like it the first time I saw it. But when I was off work in a cast, I had to have my leg was chipped, and they had to take out a chipped bone and some cartilage. I rewatched the second one. It was really good. Oh my god. First time I saw it, I sold it short. It just wasn't... I wanted it to be another thing. But it wasn't that thing. It was the thing that it was. I really liked it the second time. I might watch that again later today. I'm almost done my physio. I have to do physiotherapy for my leg when I chipped the bone. When my leg was in the cast, to get inside my leg, they had to cut my leg 3 times. And while I had my cast on, that was supposed to heal over. But only one of them did. The other 2 were still open. And I could see inside my leg when they took my cast off. It looked like purple licorice. if you've ever, if you've ever wondered, you've ever looked down at your feet and legs and gone, I wonder what that looks like with the skin removed. Looks like purple Twizzlers. It's gross. So I'm doing physio now. I gotta go to that. And then hide from winter. It's cold out. They have the extreme cold warning, which we're no stranger to in Canada. Yeah, it's so cold here. So I'm gonna go to physio and then make some more art. And I hope you have fun today. If you have any questions, send them to sugarfreeryan@gmail.com, and then I'll answer them. So, bye.